This is Valor mode. What's up, guys? This is another episode of Valor Mode. I got here with me Zack Harris. Man, this is my bro. And man, we just about to talk about a really cool video that I've been waiting to do for quite a while now. But what's up, Zack? You just want to...
All right, yeah, we here, we in effect. So yeah, what we want to talk about is living out loud, and I have a YouTube channel. It's just Zack Harris Jr. And my channel is all over the place. You know, I talk about all kinds of topics. I talk about nature. I talk about family. I talk about the community. I just talk about staying positive and being kind to yourself, to others, and to nature, and also anything else that might just catch my attention, or what's on my mind, and things that kind of happen in real time. Whether I'm advocating to push policies and get people to go out and vote locally about things that matter to them, or if something happens, like you get property damage or your bike stolen. And so that's that kind of set to one of the videos that we talked about. Before I got the house that I'm in now, we were living at a really secure apartment complex, and never really had no issues there. We lived there like 4 years, and one of my close friends, he was moving he's an engineer, moving from Sioux to Denver, Colorado. He got a really awesome job offer there. Anyway, he bought this really expensive bike. It's like a mountain bike. He said, "Bro, I'm about to move. I never used this bike, not once, and I don't want to take it to Colorado and know at this engineer job I'm not going to have a whole lot of time. It's just going to be sitting and collecting dust.
Okay.
If you help me move some stuff and kind of pack some stuff up, I'll pay you, and then on top of it, as a little tip, you can have this expensive bike." And I'm like, "What?" So I
see, that even makes the interesting story that much more interesting. I didn't know the backstory to that. Okay.
It was like the Rolls Royce of bicycles for me, and I love this bike. I got two locks. I got some expensive locks, put them outside, and they had like a whole bike rack situation at the apartment place. And so I was like, okay, I've seen other bikes out there, bikes that look just as nice as mine, or around that. And I put it out there, lock it up, and then we end up going out of town that weekend to the Twin Cities. We left Friday. I think we came back Sunday night or something like that, maybe Monday morning. Anyway, long story short, man, when I came back, I didn't notice until like Tuesday that the bike was gone. And
man,
like, it had to happen over the weekend, and we have like cameras at the property and everything. So I asked our the property manager, can he check the cameras? And he said, "I absolutely can. It would be more helpful if you know exactly what day it happened, when you think that the bike got taken."
Okay.
And I was like,
yeah,
"We were gone. I don't know." And he's like, "Oh, well, that poses a challenge, but I can, I'll check anyway." And I was like, "Well, try Friday and Saturday, and see if something pop up." Anyway, long story short, nothing came up on the cameras. I did call and file a report in case it got lost and found or popped up somewhere. I can claim it. I put my name out there like, "Yo, this is my bike." Thankfully I had a picture of it and everything. But anyway, I remember being so bummed out about the bike being taken originally, and it's only because it was the best bike I've ever come across. It was a gift from a good friend of mine.
Yeah, friend and stuff, man.
About it. We used to go to church together and everything. I told him about it, and he was pretty bummed out for me too, because he was like, "Man, I could tell you really, really like that bike. He's like, you haven't even had it that long." Like, I literally, he moved, and then the bike got stolen.
Oh, man.
like, this must be somebody that really either needed transportation or maybe they just needed whatever the reason is. Whatever the reason is, I'm not looking to press charges. I'm not looking to wish them ill will or bad luck or anything like that. I just hope that they're safe. I hope that they're safe. I hope that they don't have to do that going forward. Like, hopefully that bike brought them some kind of joy. Like, it brought me joy in that short amount of time that I had it. It brought me a lot of joy. I remember, like, there was even one day it was raining and it was at night, and I was just riding the bike in the street, and I was just like, I feel like a kid. So, I hope that it's a blessing. I hope that it brings you joy. I hope that you're safe, you're healthy, you're warm, because it's getting cold out here. But I wish, fortune and blessings to anybody out there that if you feel like somebody took something from you, don't wish ill will on that person. Don't hold a grudge and hate them and think of like vengeance and think of all of these things that's going to just make you lose sleep. Yeah. Forgiving is not only for them but also for yourself.
Yes, yeah.
When and forgive, that takes that burden that is eating up your conscious space. Is eating up your mind by thinking about it. Like, you can lose sleep over something when you think someone crossed you or did you wrong.
Yeah.
And it troubles your peace. So, mom got a saying. She say, God don't like ugly, and he ain't too pretty either. So, meaning just like, don't think you too good for anything. Humble yourself.
Yeah.
And just remember that, we should spread love, not war.
Yeah.
But spread, not hate. So.
Oh, that's good, man. Just thinking about, if Christ forgave you, how can you cannot forgive somebody else? That's like one of the first things that comes up to mind. And then, like, there's that part that says, if you're forgiven much, you're thankful for much, and if you're forgiven a little, you're thankful for a little. But, just thinking like everything you have is a gift. And then, you got this gift, now it's gifted to somebody else. You could look at it like that. Then, like, another thing, the image of kind of selflessness that you just said, that was like really touching as well. And you said a lot of the things that came like, I remember roughly this is the same reaction you had in the video, and so I know, like, this is your genuine, sincere desire that this person would be well. Christ, he had his bride, which is the church, and he died for the church. That's selfless, man. Christ was completely disrespected and died because of his wife, because of his spouse, the church. And then, like, to look at that for, in our relationships, and then just even with this bike, instead of just getting angry, you thought about the person. Instead of us just, lashing out at our wives, we could think like, okay, how can I change, or what can I do to, think about us and think about how we react to the situation before we go at somebody else. And so I think that's why I just loved that video, man. That was beautiful. This is it right here, man.
So the title, the channel, the YouTube channel is Zack Harris Jr. and the title is "I Got Robbed in Sioux Falls and I Forgive You." Okay, so let's
that's
get
what's
it
up.
in.
See, I mean, it's right there in the title. Oh man, here we go. Come on. All right, there we go.
Man, I got robbed, y'all. I got robbed. Got robbed for my bike. I had this bike, it's a Genesis. Is it loud enough? The volume up?
Yeah.
Very nice bike. but I had a very nice um, bike locked up right here. It was locked up in between these two bikes. You got the kryptonite lock. I had a kryptonite lock on it, and it was right. All of them was locked, but that one got taken. Bum me out. Because I like going to the bike trails and going out in nature and all that. And thankfully, where I'm at, we got like surveillance and things like that. So there is, investigation going on in regards to it. But whoever took the bike. See, I don't know if you saw on the corner of the building, there was cameras right there. Every corner of all the buildings, you'll see cameras. There's cameras all littered all over that place. So okay. I know it's documented. We just couldn't find the actual footage of who took it.
Oh man, yeah. So probably like you said, maybe in the night or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or something crazy. I think I'm more concerned about, maybe this person really needed the bike. I hope they're safe. I hope they got where they needed to go safely. And see that camera on the corner? You see
yep. So do.
Yeah, I do want them to not go out in the community stealing, and doing things like that. I would like to know who it was, just to kind of talk to them and hope they learn their lesson of there's other ways to go about doing things. You never know. If you just talk to people and just ask someone for help, what kind of help may come your way? Closed mouth don't get fed. So my grandma used to always say, you got to speak up. This person could have left a note on the bike. Hey, I really like this bike. Can I buy this bike? Can I borrow this bike? Can I anything other than just taking it? People work hard for the things they get. Some things are hard to come by. One thing you don't want to have attached to you, to your name and to your reputation is, you're dishonest, you're a liar, you're a thief, you're a manipulator, you're toxic. So it's a nice looking day out.
It's a beautiful day out. And see, that's another thing. You can tell you frustrated right here, but you honestly is thinking about the dude though at the same time. Yeah, man, that is just so man. When I saw this video, I was just like, that's just nice, man.
Well, think of. We got family members. We obviously ain't gonna say no names, but we got family members that might be going through a struggle. I wonder if this was one of our family members. So yo, man, I'm out here in this part of town. My car died, or I'm just tired of walking, or I'm cold. I'm just, whatever was going through their mind for them to do what they do. I'm giving whoever did it the benefit of the doubt, because people were trying to say they probably just got the bike and they, you can tell just looking at the bike that it's worth some money. They probably got that bike to sell it and buy some crystal meth or something with it. And I'm like, nah, that first come to my mind. I'm thinking, it's kind of rough out here, to keep employment. Our unemployment low, but it's underemployment, meaning bunch of jobs available, but they don't pay for nothing. So like people end up working like 2 and 3 jobs to really make ends meet like that. So like our unemployment is very low, but our underemployment is high because they don't. A lot of the jobs don't pay a lot. So I just, I'm just giving the benefit of the doubt of like the person had a valid reason for doing it, and it wasn't for drugs or something like that. And even, if it was, then hey, you know what? It's still out of my control. Like,
yeah,
God help that person get off of drugs.
Yeah. That's what's up, though, man. But yeah, so I ain't gonna keep you too long, man. I know you was enjoying a wonderful evening with your wife and stuff. So, but man, I just thank you for putting that video up. Thank you for encouraging your viewers to stay positive and stay positive and send that positive energy to other people.
If we empathize, because like the lack of empathy is evil. Like if you cannot empathize and cannot, feel for someone to like, they're going through a tough time, they're suffering, or they got some trauma, and I feel for them, and I hope that they can power through that or find the strength to get through that, or God blesses them to continue to move on and not give up. Because sometimes when people feel like the weight of the world is too much, they give up and they check themselves out because they're just like, there's no other outlet. So like empathize, like empathy is strong. And then also exposure, so since we come from families that have exposure to like, we understand poverty, we understand like just certain situations and struggles that like, if I see somebody that's going through something, I'm not quick to just be like, just write them off or like, get away from me, bum, or you crackhead or whatever. Like, we got close families that's just like going through some tough times. So like I empathize a lot for people, and having that exposure opens my eyes to like not have a bias or a stigma or a stereotype or a prejudice against someone when I don't even know them. I'm just going to judge them so yeah, get more exposure and empathize. And I think that if we can do that, then that starts a lot of healing communities.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the golden rule is love God and love your neighbor, man. No greater law than that.
Golden rule, love one another. That's all. Yeah. If I can give you one commandment, the greatest commandment is love one another.
All right, man. Thank you for joining us, brothers. If you're not fighting, you're dying. Keep up the battle. Valor mode.